people, I don't go on Facebook every day. I find this Digimon card game TCG 2020 group to be a little bit obnoxious. I really do. So when I go on Facebook, not every day, I'm definitely not looking at this group. But sometimes a gem, a noteworthy piece, shines through the thicket and presents good material to discuss. So, today's question: what do you think Digimon would have to do to reach Pokemon's popularity? Shout out to Ruben James for this one. I'm going to give you guys my opinion, and I think you know what my opinion is, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. But before I do that, what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think it's possible or not, and if you think it's possible, how? And if you think it's not possible, why not? Curious. Let me know. And lastly, this is a conversation video. I'm going to be throwing a lot of objectively based and factually proven information at you. This is not stuff you can argue. I will caveat the subjective things as, this is subjective. This is an opinion. And that's okay. Those are open for interpretation. But if people are going to start arguing facts, like, do you need air to breathe? You know what I mean? So let's get the show on the road here. What do you think Digimon have to do to reach Pokemon's popularity? Well, let's take this charitably and first start by assuming that we're just talking about the card games. Okay? This guy's probably talking about Digimon and Pokemon generally, which we will get to, so don't go anywhere. But let's assume for a second the card game conversation. What would have to be done? It's impossible. You want to know why? Because Bandai serves many masters. Current Bandai trading card games. Here you go. Gundam, One Piece, Saint Seiya, I don't even know what that is, Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, Digimon, Jujutsu Kaisen, Full Metal Alchemist. Wow. That's a lot of cards. Union Arena, the One Piece, Dragon Ball, Fusion whatever, Battle Spirits, I guess not anymore. A ripperoni that one, huh? Anyway, that's just a sampling. Right? A sampling. Pokemon succeeds. Pokemon is number one or number two, depending on when you look at it, because Pokemon doesn't try to have too many eggs in the basket. Pokemon's got one egg. Technically, it's got Pokemon Pocket, but we're not counting that. It's got massive support. They pump out a lot of products in order to appeal to many different target audiences, like tins, like expert decks, like elite trainer boxes, on top of booster boxes and stuff like that. And then they have supplemental product, like an online simulator that, doesn't work all the time, but pretty freaking good. And now we even have Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is meant to be like a teaser into Pokemon. If you like the Pocket, maybe you'll like the real thing. Please buy our cards. So Pokemon also has a reputation of just being around for a long time, and everyone knows Pokemon because the Pokemon card game has not failed since it came out in the 1990s. Whereas Digimon has failed many times. So many times. And the reason behind that is because Bandai just gives up or doesn't put the right support into it in the first place to support it the way it needs to be supported. That's the long and the short of it. And if you want any more proof, how can Bandai give Digimon the support that Pokemon gives its own card game when it's got so many card games to focus on? Bandai's approach is to be a jack of all trades, whereas Pokemon's approach is to be a master of its one trade. And that is why the card game sells more by a lot. Subjectively fun, more fun than different people. Because while there's no interaction in Pokemon, It's turn and turn and turn and turn, like chess, but not as skillful as chess. You know, it's still, you're not getting OTK'd in most formats. And if there's a problem, they do hit it, which is good. Not like Digimon, where like it has interaction, but it's fake interaction. It's really easy to deal with the interaction before it can interact with you. That's not real interaction. Let's be real. So, you know, prize support is another big thing. There's more incentive to play Pokemon than Digimon. Not to mention the art on Pokemon cards is insane. Sorry. That's a subjective thing. Subjective thing. Pokemon sets are bigger. And while some people complain about that, so many alt arts, so many this, that, whatevers, doesn't matter. People will buy and buy and buy and buy because there's just more cards to get. Right? People will go for that chase. That's how that goes. And that's long and the short of the card game. Now, let's go back to this, and let's just say we're talking about the whole thing. The whole Digimon versus the whole Pokemon. What can Digimon do to reach Pokemon? It physically cannot do it. Digimon had a chance in the 1990s to be the Pokemon if Bandai gave it the time and the care. Gotta remember, this really all started with Pokemon Red and Blue, or Green and Red in Japan, and an anime that they supported since it came out. It has not stopped. Yeah, now Ash is finally gone, and now we're getting new protagonists. Like freaking almost 30 years later, like, the consistency is huge. Not like Bandai. And Pokemon, the games are consistent. With Bandai, the Digimon, the games are not consistent. It's a joke. It's not good. It's not good. Bandai had a chance back in the 1990s to make a real card game, to make a real video game, like a Red and a Blue for Digimon. Could have done that. And they could have just kept their anime going instead of, oh, Adventure's over, let's do Adventure 02 a little bit later. Oh, that's over, let's do the one with the Guilmon and all that. Oh, that one's done, let's do the next anime. No, that's just the wrong way to do it. And the animes are too short. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the animes are like anywhere from 150 to 200 and whatever episodes, right? These are short animes. The attention span disappears basically as it comes out of the gate. That's no good for anyone, right? That's on the anime standpoint. We talked about the games. The books. Pokemon's got books. Pokemon's got a lot of books. Digimon has nowhere near the books. And lastly, the most important point is the point I made already. Pokemon only cares about Pokemon. Everything in the Pokemon universe is entangled together. You know, you can play Pokemon Go and transfer that stuff to Scarlet and Violet on the Switch. These are things you can just do, right? Bandai, they care about older different IPs. The Bandai, the One Piece, the Digimon, the Dragon Balls, the Gundams. They're never going to give Digimon the time, effort, love, and care that Pokemon has, because they split themselves too far. If anything, One Piece has a greater chance, but even One Piece is afflicted by the Bandai curse, where it will only be so successful. It will never be Pokemon. And if One Piece will never be Pokemon, forget Digimon, because Bandai has decided which one they care about more. It's not even the same conversation, folks. It's not even there. Which is unfortunate, because I like Digimon. I also like Pokemon, though. So, maybe. There you go. Yeah, so, there you go. Oh, and the sales numbers. Pokemon blows out Digimon year by 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 year. It is what it is, objectively speaking. So, pick your category. Video games, card games, whatever. Pick it, find it, search it. I did a little bit of research before the video. Yeah, it's all there. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And agree or disagree. Do let me know. See you later. Bye.